Sports. We are in New Knoxville, where the Minster Wildcats will take on the New Knoxville Rangers in MAC action. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: Crown Equipment Corporation, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, Sydney All Glaze Audiology, Precision Strip, Wagner's IGA, New Knoxville Supply, and NKTelco. Along with Dennis Henson, I'm Dave Kanapke. MAC match here between the 9-5 Minster Wildcats, and they're 1-4 in the MAC against the New Knoxville Rangers, 1-9, 0-5. Let's quickly look at our Sydney All Glaze Audiology starting lineups. First for the Wildcats, they were the visiting team. They'll be leading off will be Logan Cooney, the left fielder. Hitting second, playing second, Nathan Baer. Hitting third, the third baseman, Johnny Nixon. Cleanup batter, Tyler Stevie, the shortstop. Hitting fifth, the designated hitter, Alex Schmidtmeyer. He's hitting for the catcher, Dylan Heitkamp. Hitting sixth, the first baseman, Zach Portman. James Niemeyer is the pitcher, making his varsity debut. Hitting eighth in right field, Adam Rindler. And hitting ninth and playing center field is Chase Kaus. And our keys to the game brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. We're just going to bring them up here for the Wildcats. There are going to be three keys to the game. Dennis, why don't you give her the keys?
Okay. Coach West said, first of all, we got to move on. If you're familiar with what happened, they lost a tough game last night to St. Henry. So he wants his kids to forget it, move on. Play good defense. Obviously, that's a big thing that everybody can't give up that extra out, as well as score early. Get an advantage of going right away. So sort of like loosen up the defense a little bit by putting it in play. And the first pitch there by Schrader is high for a ball.
Those are your keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza as Logan Cooney steps in. 1-0 pitch coming here by Schrader. That's popped straight back.
Straight back.
And Dennis, our freshman pitching today.
Yes, New Knoxville's pitcher right now, Jay Schrader, is a freshman, and he'll be opposed, as you mentioned a bit ago, James Niemeyer will be pitching for the Wildcats, both freshmen. So we'll see once what the future look like for both teams, as we can see once if these young men are up to the task here in MAC competition.
2-1 count here on Cooney. Schrader with the wind. That is, hits right at the knees, levels the count at 2-2. Schrader on the season has pitched in 3 games, 11.2 innings pitched, 0-1. There's 11 innings, 8 strikeouts, 5 walks. That's in the dirt, 3-2. Overall, an ERA of 6.00 even.
An all-freshman battery for the Rangers with Schrader on the hill, and then behind the plate would be Preston Richling, another freshman. And that ball is outside for a ball.
As Cooney goes down there, Dennis, why don't you give us the defensive lineups for the Rangers here?
Okay. On the hill, as we said, Schrader, and behind the plate, Preston Richling. Over at first base, Max Henson. At second base will be Parker Banner. At shortstop, we've got Luke Stockler, and at third base, we've got Ryan Osborne. In left field, be Tyler Lammers. In center field, it'll be so there's your defense for the Rangers.
Nathan Baer steps in. He takes ball one from Schrader, now working from the stretch. Logan Cooney with pretty good speed over at first as they throw over to Henson. Not a lot of steals on the season for Cooney. Just leads the team with 4. So we'll see if he will try to run on the freshman battery.
Another throw to first. Back in time. Getting his uniform dirty.
There you go. I said before Baer took ball 1, it was actually strike 1, so it's 0-1 that Schrader is working against Baer. Baer, a junior, hitting pretty good on the season. At second base, hitting 300. There's a swing and a miss as Cooney goes in head first for the stolen base. It's Cooney, a very fast runner, able to steal that easily, so he's on second base. Nobody out on a 0-2 count on Nathan Baer. Top of the order is really strong. Cooney hits 382. Baer hits 300, followed by Johnny Nixon, 488. And there's a swing and a miss. The strike 3 is dropped, and they'll complete the strikeout. Cooney goes over to third, and he slides in as he advances on the strikeout by Bear. So 2-3 on that put out on the strikeout for the first out. Senior Johnny Nixon to the plate, having a monster year from the plate. 488.
Wow.
He was first team All-MAC last year, 17 RBIs.
Well, you're looking down there. What is his on-base percentage?
On-base percentage, 583.
So almost on base 6 out of 10 times at the plate.
Yeah,
that's Mr. Offense.
He's hit number 3 all year long. He takes ball 1. Started last year at third. He was their number 1 pitcher last year as well.
Threw a no-hitter about a week ago.
Yeah, against Parkway, threw a no-hitter, first of his career.
Matched his brother, I think I read.
Yeah, his brother Josh had a perfect game and a no-hitter. That is high, 2-0. It was actually neat. Also, his brother Justin was also at the game. They both were out of town, but just happened to come in right before Easter. So they were able to witness it. So I was able to see the little brother throw the no-hitter as he fouls that one off. Youngest of 5 in the Tim and Katrina Nixon family. Very athletic family. 4 boys and a girl. And
yes, great athletes.
Yep. And right now he's 2-1. Cooney on third base here at the top of the first inning. Glad you're aboard here with NKTelco Sports. That is a curveball, looks like, by Schrader, goes low.
So the count goes 3-1, puts Nixon in the driver's seat, unless the Rangers pull. What is it? The loss. The Angels the other day walked someone with the bases loaded so that he wouldn't hit, and I forgot who it was.
I heard about that.
Not done very often, but it has happened. Barry Bonds, it brings to mind Barry Bonds.
Yep.
It happened to him, or they did it against him, stopped him from driving in 4. They walked him to force in 1.
So Nixon walks. He's on first and third now as Stevie swings through strike 1. Stevie, the cleanup batter, usually hits the 2 spot. Only hits 185, but on the season, his on-base percentage is 574.
That's another good one.
He walks a bit. He takes a lot of hits batters as Nixon will now steal as he'll throw it back to the pitcher. Let me look a little closer at that. Stevie has been hit by a pitch 6 times, and he's walked 13 times.
So his on-base percentage is probably way up there also.
Yeah, 574.
Okay.
Now he's hitting with second and third as he fouls it.
There's a flare over there to the right side. Hench, the first baseman, over by the fence, catches it, runs it in, and the runners hold. So a nice play by Max Hench over there on the right side. As he neared the fence, he had to negotiate the fence as well as the wind and the ball.
So 2 outs now as the designated hitter, sophomore Alex Schmidtmeyer, will step to the plate. Cooney still on third base. Nixon still on second. First pitch at the knees. Nice fastball there by Jay Schrader.
Schrader, last start, I think, was last week against Delphos St. John's. And Delphos St. John's has another very good squad this year. They're hitting the cover off the ball. And he didn't last, I think, over 2/3 of an inning. So maybe he's on a little bit of a redemption stroke here.
1-1 here. Delphos St. John actually lost their first league game last night. They lost to Marion Local, a team that's really coming on. And there's a ball just outside.
Just off the plate.
By the home plate ump, A.J. Kramer.
Right. Dave Tobin down or doing the bases. He's right now positioned himself between the mound and second base.
2 veteran umpires. Umpires are definitely in short supply. There's been more and more I've heard this spring of games being canceled because they don't have an umpire. There's a pitch that's high. 3-1. On deck will be the senior Zach Portman. Also, a lot of JV games are only having 1 umpire to umpire the whole game. So hopefully that improves. 3-1 pitch to Schmidtmeyer. A little flare into right field. That'll
drop in front of Waterman. That'll bring home 2 runs. No, I play at the plate just in time. So Alex Schmidtmeyer's flare, that's 2 RBIs. and he ends up on second as the throw went home.
Clutch 2-out hit there by Schmidtmeyer. That'll win you a lot of ball games. Sophomore getting a rare start in the batting order. Comes through there as it'll bring Zach Fortman to the plate, senior first baseman.
Basically, that ball wasn't hit very well and then was held up or knocked down a little bit by the wind. So it fell in front of Jay Waterman.
So first pitch to Fortman, just outside, 1-0. Fortman on the season, 189, has 9 RBIs, but he had 5 of them last Saturday in a game against Cincinnati Christian last Saturday morning over at the Fort Laramie Invite. That's a good game.
Yeah, that's a nice game.
And that will go through the Richling's legs. Schmidtmeyer getting a delayed run over to third base. He's in there sliding. So he's now on third base with 2 outs. Fortman with a 2-0 count. Minster coming off a 6-5 loss to St. Henry. St. Henry scored 5 runs with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning for the heartbreaking loss for Minster. That's fouled straight back. Minster was ahead 5-1 in that game going to the bottom of the 7th. It was at St. Henry. Johnny Nixon was the starter in control, but he ran out of pitches. That he was near the pitch count. He came out, put in a reliever, some walks, some hits batsman, and a 3-run double, and that's outside 3-1. A 3-run double by Seth Heitkamp for St. Henry won the game for the Redskins.
That's a tough loss.
So 3-1 here on Fortman. So Minster trying to recover from that one. Pitched by Schrader. That's outside. Fortman will go to first base. The third walk of the inning by Schrader. I'll bring James Niemeyer. His first varsity appearance here is at the plate. Brought up from the JV. That pitch is low. Or no, low at the knees. Strike 1. Niemeyer, freshman, had a lot of varsity experience in football. Also a starter most of the year in the basketball season, so he's used to the varsity experience, not to be intimidated by that. That pitch will be outside, trickles away from Richling. Here comes Schmidtmeyer.
Play at the plate, and no, Schrader can't handle it. And the runner from third, Schmidtmeyer, is in for the 3rd run of the inning. And Fortman goes down to second on the pass ball.
So a 1-1 pitch here coming up to Niemeyer. On deck is a sophomore Adam Rindler. That pitch is at the letter, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Minster's put up 3 runs this inning on 1 hit and 3 walks. Pitch is fouled off the plate as Niemeyer stays alive. Niemeyer, like Nixon, the youngest of 5 in an athletic family. So he's been around the ball game, the ballparks a lot in his young life. It's his turn to be at the high school level now. And there's a little flare behind shortstop. Actually,
at shortstop there, handled by Stockler for out number 3. So a fly to the shortstop, and Niemeyer is retired for the 3rd out.
3 runs on 1 hit, 1 left on base. After a half inning, Minster leads 3-0 here on NKTelco Sports.
Okay, for New Knoxville, here will be their batting lineup. Starting off will be the center fielder, Troy Dwenger. He'll be followed by the shortstop, Luke Stockler. 3rd batter in the lineup will be second baseman, Preston Richling. Nope, that's wrong. That's Parker Banner. Now, Richling is catching, so it's still in the same spot. Then they'll be followed in the 4th spot by right fielder Jay Waterman. 5th spot in the lineup will be Jay Schrader, the pitcher. 6th spot in the lineup will be Tyler Lammers, the left fielder. Then the bottom third of the order will be Max Henschen, the first baseman. The 8th batter there will be the second baseman, Parker Banner. And then the 9th slot will be Ryan Osborne, but he will be designated hitted for with Grant Temple doing the designated hitting today. So there's your starting lineup.
That was your starting lineup brought by Sydney Always Audiology. Dennis, let's talk about our keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza for the Rangers.
Okay. First of all, Coach said we've got to throw strikes. As you see, the Wildcats already have 3 across the plate, and some of that is completely due to too many walks, as the Rangers walked 3 already in the first inning. Avoid Ks is his second point of emphasis. Avoid Ks. We've got to put the ball in play. He said we're just having way too many swings and misses. It's almost nothing but a pitcher and catcher game. We've got to make the defense play defense. And the final one is good defense, play, pitch, and catch. He says we're doing an outstanding job of actually fielding, gloving the ball, but then we're having trouble delivering the ball, on the infield. We're having trouble getting it either to the base, whether it be first or second. We're not making the good throw. So those are the keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza.
James Niemeyer in his varsity debut as Troy Dwenger steps to the plate. First pitch is a strike at the knees. Niemeyer, obviously one of the better pitchers on the JV team, is brought up for this game. Pitching in his first time for varsity. He throws a curveball. There's a strike at the letters, so.
High curve, but it's there.
Freshman battery here as he's throwing to was normally his JV catcher, Dylan Heitkamp. So just like New Knoxville, freshman battery pitcher and catcher. There's a pitch.
Fouled back
by Troy Dwenger.
So Dwenger finds himself in a hole, 0-2. He'll be followed by Luke Stockler and Preston Richling.
So 0-2. Wind here by Niemeyer. Pitch to Dwenger. He wastes one outside. Working ahead, 1-2. Third base coaching box. Of course, the head coach, Gabe Coyle, in his first year. Head coach of the Rangers. At first base is
the assistant, his son, Caleb Coyle.
And there's a nice curveball just on the inside corner. So strikeout looking for Niemeyer on Dwenger.
So Luke Stockler comes to the plate, the shortstop.
Sophomore is the first 2 batters for the Rangers, 2 sophomores. There's the swing. Stevie over at short, throws it over to Fortman, too high. And that'll be on the air, I think, there.
Yeah, I don't know. I was looking if the ball and the runner were going to be very bang. It was deep in the hole, and it had really taken a lot of the emphasis of the ball. It didn't get to him at times, so did they score it an error?
Yeah, the official scores of Kay Webb and also Jeff Henschen in the booth up here, they give it an error.
So
he reaches on an air, and there's Preston Richling swings through a curveball there by Niemeyer. 0-1. Dwenger struck out to start the inning. Stockler reaches on an air. Freshman catcher hitting third here for the Rangers, Preston Richling. There's a hard fastball swung through by Richling. 0-2 is Niemeyer working ahead so far. 0-2 as Stockler takes his lead from first base. That is popped back. Checking the Minster defense at first base, senior Zach Fortman at second, junior Nathan Baer at short, sophomore Tyler Stevien at third base, senior Johnny Nixon will get the outfield after one of the next pitches as Niemeyer still working 0-2 on Richling. And Stockler will go and will steal the base.
So Stockler got that one. The ball was outside, maybe in the dirt, and the catcher had a little trouble picking that up in a hurry. So he was there in time. So now the count even. No, it's 1-2.
1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Seemed like Stockler got a good jump on that pitch.
He did. He was way down there.
Pitch by Niemeyer at the knee. Strike 3 called. Second strikeout by Niemeyer. Richland goes down looking. Bring up to the plate the cleanup batter for the Rangers.
This is the right fielder, Jay Waterman. Many times plays at first, but he's in left field or in right field today. Has some power.
Niemeyer.
Excuse me. And he bats from the right side of the plate, so he doesn't have to look at that curveball coming in at his hip and then breaking away. It all comes to him, so that's an advantage. That's that righty-lefty idea that the majors is built on, so I think there's an advantage there, especially even at this level.
Curveball low, 1-1 with 2 outs. Stockler on second base here in the bottom of the first inning. Niemeyer looks back at Stockler. Pitches. That is low. It gets away from Heitkamp, and Stockler will go to third base.
So Stockler is all the way around now at third. Pass ball there.
2-1 pitch on Waterman. Chance here for the Rangers to break through here in the bottom of the first inning. Long look by Niemeyer into Heitkamp. 2-1 pitch. There's a ground ball to Stevie.
Got it.
Goes over.
You got it.
Just in time. So the Rangers reach one, leave one, no runs. We played one complete on our First National Bank scoreboard. The Wildcats 3, the Rangers 0 here on NKTelco Sports.
Clopay Corporation, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road Class A CDL driving positions. Clopay is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clopay offers a great benefits package as an equal opportunity employer and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clopay.com/careers.
Are you looking for a new career with amazing growth potential? NKTelco Press and Automation is hiring for many positions right now. NKTelco is a global company that is growing with its sights on being a billion-dollar company. Machinists, service technicians, human resource personnel, IT specialists, electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, and many more. The opportunities abound at NKTelco Press and Automation. Go to minsterjobs.com now to get started on your new career with NKTelco.
We move to the second inning. The Wildcats with a 3-0 lead. They'll hit 8, 9, and 1. Rindler, Kaus, and Logan Cooney. As they'll be working against Jay Schrader. Wasn't hit hard in the first inning, but the walks
got him again, yes, because he walked 3 men and 2 of them scored. So, in fact, the last one that he walked ended up being on base at the end there, but he walked 2. Then the designated hitter, Alex Schmidtmeyer, came up, delivered a base hit with 2 RBIs out there towards right field, and basically that's the story. So not hit hard, just hit where they couldn't catch it, and then he put the runners on.
Leading off will be the right fielder, sophomore Adam Rindler. As he steps in, first pitch from Schrader, he fouls it straight back. Rindler, brought up from JV about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, has been starting most of the time in right field. Was batting mostly in the 5 or 6 hole, dropped down a little bit at the 8th hole. Right now the 0-1 pitch from Schrader, that's outside. And you know, a lot of times what coaches will do, I know Coach Wiss talks about this, if somebody's struggling a little bit, you move them down the order a little bit, you'll get more fastballs, and that might get them going. But he's done pretty solid in the time he's had as he fouls that off.
So 1-2 on Rindler. Chase Kaus is on deck, followed by Logan Cooney. So 1-2 on Rindler. Count evens there, 2-2.
On deck is Chase Kaus, and that'll be the top of the order. couple lefties that Schrader will have to face. There's a line by Schrader. That is low, bounces up there by Richley. Or off of Richley, I should say.
I see the camera angle. I can't find the camera. I don't know where he put it. It must be out
On
there.
the other side of the dugout.
Other side of the dugout?
Yeah,
okay.
it's good angle there.
I actually think it's probably a little bit closer to left field someplace. And there's a base on balls to Adam Riddler. He gets the first pass here in inning number 2.
Chase Kous will step to the plate. Let's keep an eye on him. He's a very good bunter. Almost every game he attempts at least one bunt, so we'll see what Coach Wiss has on here with the leadoff walk by Rindler. Squares
And
around.
that goes by everybody back to the screen.
I always think that's part of the strategy sometime with bunting. You see, like at high school and at the lower levels especially, that you'll get a pass ball out of it or a wild pitch, and it worked there as Rindler goes to second base.
Yeah. Again, force movement. In other words, everybody's got to start scrambling, maybe doing stuff that they want. Excellent bunt off to the right side. Schrader picks it up, but has no place to go and saves it. So Klaus with I'll call it a single because no play on him.
I've seen him play a lot this year. He's a great bunter, and then he's fast on top of it. And being left-handed, that all works to you when you're the bunter, as it brings up the top of the order for the Wildcats. So Logan Cooney will step to the plate. He reached on a walk to lead off the game. There goes Kous. Cooney strikes, swings through it. So it'll be second and third right now. Cooney, 382 on the season, a 532 on-base percentage. That's what you want in a leadoff hitter. He swings through the second one, now down 0-2.
Foul tip there.
Oh, was it?
Controlled by the catcher. Doesn't mean anything, but it was held by the catcher.
There's a shot. Gets by the shortstop. That's going to score 2 on 2 RBIs by Logan Cooney. Brings Rindler around from third. Chase Kous from second base as the Wildcats now lead 5-0 on our First National Bank scoreboard.
Kous does have good speed. He came home from third very rapidly.
Speaking of speed, Cooney stole a base in the first inning. He's on first base.
Yes. Up twice for him, on twice, and scored a run already.
Pitch to Bear. He fouls it back. Bear, a junior second baseman, fouls it back as Cooney was running there, struck out in the first inning.
Umpires attired today in nice black gloves.
It's not too bad. I've been to much colder games this year.
Yeah, we're fortunate. We're outside, but at least we're a little bit wind protected, and the wind has died just a skosh.
Curveball is outside there by Schrader. 1 ball, 1 strike, I believe.
You are correct.
As they catch up on the scoreboard, as you get a look at the number 20 there, Nathan Bear, stepping in. Fouled back again, the same spot as once again Cooney. He's getting his exercise.
Yes, he is. A little track practice here today.
Bear played a little bit as a sophomore last year in varsity, played mostly JV. Can play a lot of positions. Is pretty well settled at second base, pitches a little as well. 1-2 pitch, a nice curveball there. Another strikeout there by Jay Schrader.
So first out of the inning there is Nathan Bear on a strikeout, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Johnny Nixon.
Nixon walked in the first innings. They throw over to keep Cooney close.
Walked, stole a base, and then scored on the Alex Schmidtmeyer single to right.
Yeah, Schmidtmeyer with a 2-run single in the first inning. Cooney with a 2-run single in the second inning. You see the lead there by Cooney. He takes off. Throw there by Richling is not in time. He's not able to get the speedy Cooney. Cooney getting his 5th and 6th stolen base of the year today. One and 0 pitch here on Nixon. That is popped high in the air to the second baseman.
Banner under it. He has it. So 2 away.
They'll bring the cleanup batter, Tyler Stevie, up to the plate.
Stevie flied out to first base in his first attempt today, or his first appearance at the plate today.
Look by Schrader. Fastball just on the inside corner. Stevie, his father is coaching first base, longtime assistant. Tyler basically grew up around the Minster baseball program. He's been a manager for a lot of years, and now it's his chance to play. He hits a shot into left center field, and there's a nice play.
Catch by Troy Dwenger. He chased it and broke out, stretched, went down on the grass, but caught the ball. So a tough break for Stevie, but a great play for Dwenger, in this case, and the Rangers. So go ahead.
2 runs for the Wildcats on 1 hit. We've played 1.5. Wildcats 5. New Knoxville 0 here on NKTelco Sports.
Located in Jackson Center, Ohio, Airstream is now hiring for numerous general production positions. Work first shift and earn up to $26 per hour with production and attendance bonuses, 401k employer match, medical, dental, and vision, plus an on-site health clinic, fitness center, and full-service cafeteria. Visit airstream.com/apply to learn more.
Wildcats scored 2 more runs in the top of the 2nd inning as you get a look at the freshman right-hander, James Niemeyer, in his first varsity start. Started off pretty well in the 1st inning.
So he will be facing number 5, 6, and 7 in the Ranger lineup. That'll be Jay Schrader, his opposing number on the mound. And it'll be followed by the left fielder, Tyler Lammers, and the first baseman, Max Henschen. So those are the 3 scheduled for the Rangers.
Niemeyer struck out 2, and he also retired Waterman on a ground ball to short after Stockler had reached third base. So freshman with a good start. So Jay Schrader will step in to lead off the Rangers here in the 2nd inning.
For the Rangers in the bottom of the 2nd inning, the pitcher.
So he looks down to his head coach, Coach Coyle. On a gray day here in the little city of New Knoxville. First pitch high. Schrader takes it. 1 ball, no strikes. Schrader 208 on the season, just the freshman. There's a swing and a miss as he swings through. Second offering there by Niemeyer. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tyler Lammers on deck. 1-1 pitch. Curveball. Stevie getting another ball. Times it, throws it over. That's a little high and outside, and Fortman not able to catch it. He's trying to do a catch and tag there.
Yeah, it was pulled him off the base, I think, a little bit. The throw was to the inside, to the home plate side of first base.
So that'll be the 2nd error on the Wildcats as Schrader's reaches to start off the inning, and into the play is the left fielder Tyler Lammers. Niemeyer from the stretch. Strike 1. Always an advantage when you can get the leadoff batter on in any inning in high school baseball.
Oh, yes. You got so many options to score a run, providing you don't need 5.
0-1 pitch to Lammers. There's a number back. So Niemeyer ahead 0-2 as Schrader was running on the pitch.
Lammers' average is 200 on the year, and his on-base percentage right now stands at 381. So he's been very productive. I saw him the other day pull a ball over the fence, but foul. But so he got in there. He got fooled by a curve on the outside.
Slow curve there by Niemeyer for his 3rd strikeout. So with Schrader still on first base, Max Henchen will step to the plate.
Parker Banner will be the on-deck batter for the Rangers, the second baseman, but Henchen steps in now, first baseman. Monitors the dirt.
Throws over. Schrader's back easily, but had to slide in. Henchen steps out, looks at Coach Coyle. Pitch by Niemeyer, curveball. Heikamp's throwing to second, close play, but it looked like Schrader will slide in for the stolen base.
Throw was just a skosh high. If it were down at the knees, I think it would have been a bang-bang tag out.
So second stolen base of the night for the Rangers, after Stockler stole it in the first inning. So runner in scoring position for the Rangers. Henchen down 0-1 on the count. That pitch is high and outside, levels the count at 1-1. Rangers stranded Stockler on third base in the first inning. Chance here with one out and Schrader at second base for the senior Max Henchen. There's an inside out pitch.
And that gets gloved there.
Fortman catches it, and Schrader thought it was going to fall in there, so that'll be in double play there on the pop-up. So no runs, no hits, nobody left on base, one Minster error. We played two complete on our First National Bank scoreboard. Minster leads 5-0 on NKTelco Sports.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Welcome back, and we're starting the third inning. Looks like it'll be 5, 6, and 7 for the Wildcats.
That'll mean it'll be Alex Schmidtmeyer, the DH, the first baseman, Zach Fortman, and the pitcher, James Niemeyer.
All into the game, we got a pitching change as Luke Stockler moves in to pitch.
You can say that, and I think that's just position for position. Stockler goes to the hill, and Schrader will go to shortstop.
So Stockler, a sophomore, coming in for Schrader.
New Knoxville's a very young squad. They only have 4 seniors, no juniors. I think there's one, let's stop and think here a second. I think there's 1, 2, 3 freshmen starting and 3 sophomores starting. And Dwenger, I don't even believe played last year, and he's a sophomore now, but I don't think he played last year.
Well, there's a sophomore outfielder in Lammers, Dwenger, and Waterman left to right.
Okay.
And then you had a freshman battery.
Yes.
Schrader's a sophomore now, moving in from Stockler, I should say.
And the other 3 are seniors.
Yeah, you're right. Banner at second, Osborne at
third.
But your point is well taken. It's a very young lineup. No JV, of course, here for New Knoxville. And so they have some tough matchups. They're freshmen playing against very experienced seniors, so.
That fastball was pretty fast.
Yes, a lot fastball on what they saw last year in 8th grade as Alex Schmidtmeyer will step into the plate against Luke Stockler. First pitch, ground ball over to short. There's Schrader, big throw.
And a scoop by Henchen at first. Dug it out of the dirt, a nice play.
Nice play on both ends as Schrader just moved there, able to get the ball on the first pitch for the first out.
He has played very well. he has a nice, he has that feel, you know, he has that rhythm. He gets that body turn when he gets the ball in his glove. And so he's done very well this year as a freshman.
Yeah, I've always felt that, especially infield, a lot of it is rhythm. How you catch it isn't just catching it. You catch it with your feet and your legs as much as you catch it with your hands, I believe.
Yes.
Especially on the throws over. There is a count levels at Fortman, 1 ball, 1 strike. On deck is James Niemeyer, working off of Luke Stockler, who just came here in the top of the 3rd inning. Pitch, and there's a hit by Fortman. Going back on it is Tyler Lammers, gathers it in for the 2nd out.
Kind of hit that off of the fist a little bit, but it did go out to left field, kind of a little wind-aided there, but Zach's out with the fly out to left.
2 outs, nobody on. The freshman pitcher, James Niemeyer, to the plate. Popped out to short in the 1st inning. First pitch by Stockler, strike on the outside corner. No balls, 1 strike with 2 outs. Minster scored 3 in the 1st, 2 in the 2nd, so Rangers see if they can get out 1, 2, 3. There is a high fly ball to Lammers in left.
And he has it, so 3 up, 3 down.
Luke Stockler doing a nice job as we move to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Wildcats still lead 5-0 here on NKTelco Sports.
Oakleys and Sydney Audiology are committed to providing the most advanced and affordable hearing care solutions.
Did you know that more and more insurances are offering coverage for hearing aids and that we are the most comprehensive provider in the area?
Because we want to serve all in our community, we partner with agencies such as Medicaid, OOD, Sertoma, and most recently the VA, helping our veterans find local solutions to their problems.
Don't leave unused benefits on the table this year. Call us today to see if you qualify.
Bottom of the 3rd inning for the Rangers as they will hit 8, 9, and 1.
That means Parker Banner, the 2nd baseman, will be up. Designated hitter Grant Temple, and then we'll jump back to the top of the order for Troy Dwenger, the center fielder.
Rangers have threatened in both of the innings. They had left Stockler at 2nd base with 2 outs in the 1st inning. In the 2nd inning, they had Schrader at 2nd. He was doubled off on a fly ball. But they have threatened, and see if they can continue that to go as have a couple seniors to start us off with Parker Banner, followed by Grant Temple, the DH.
Banner's having a nice season. They had a game earlier this year where he punched out 3 hits. Let me just give you his average here, if I can find it real quick. Yeah, Parker's hitting .235 on the year, so not bad.
Swings through a curveball for Niemeyer. Niemeyer's earned his share of curveballs so far. He's had pretty good location. Stands tall on the mound. Winding the pitch. There's a pop fly on the right side. Heitkamp giving chase.
Just past the screen. Heitkamp couldn't get to it. Just dropped about a foot or 2 over the screen, right there at the edge of the dugout.
And like Niemeyer has most of the time has been able to do, has been able to work ahead as he's 0-2 on Banner. 0-2 his classmate freshman Dylan Heitkamp. He's calling for a pitch outside here as he wasted. Good job anytime you get ahead 0-2. Don't want to do it too many times and all of a sudden it's 3-2. But smart use there. So pitches are called from the dugout for Minster by Coach Wiss. That pitch is low, ball 1.
As are the Rangers. Coach Coyle calls every pitch.
Coach Coyle, his first year coming over from Walpole. He's there a long time.
17 years, I believe, as an assistant. He did do the freshman squad for 2 or 3 years, but it's still in what you would call a assistant capacity. He's really a pitching coach is his specialty. So, and he's done a nice job with the Rangers, who really lost basically their arms from last year, and a couple of seniors who graduated. So he's had to almost reestablish an entire rotation.
There's a pitch that is low, and he was a lot of good success under head coach Jason Brandt. They went to the state finals twice.
Yes.
2012 and 2018. Very good program there by Jason Brandt, and Coach Coyle was part of that. And a swing and a miss there. Forced strikeout there by Niemeyer.
So Banner goes down swinging, and that'll bring designated hitter up, Grant Temple.
Temple hitting for the second baseman, Ryan Osborne. Senior for senior. Third baseman. There's a curveball as he swings through it. Niemeyer working ahead. Gave you the infield earlier. I didn't give you the outfield. It's Cooney in left, Chase Kaus in center, Adam Rindler in right field. There's a fastball in the inside corner, and Niemeyer again up 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Top of the order, Troy Dwenger on deck. 0-2 pitch. This time he goes after him, and Temple did a nice job of just wasting it and making some contact there.
Sprayed it off with a little power, didn't he?
Yeah. Big guy, Grant Temple. Number 35 on the camouflage uniforms that the Rangers wear. 0-2 pitch. There's a slow one, and he fouls it over the left side. And Coach Coyle's had 2 of them down there this inning. He's missed them both. So I guess he's a pitcher, not a fielding coach.
I taught him to throw, not to catch. Yep.
So 0-2. Here's you get a look at Coach Coyle on the third base coaching box, and he swings through there, retires Temple on a strikeout. So another strikeout by Niemeyer. 2 outs will bring up the top of the order.
Troy Dwenger coming up. He struck out his first up. He got called out on strikes, actually. He caught looking. So Dwenger's up. He'll be followed, if that need be, by Luke Stockler, the new pitcher of last inning.
Swing and a miss as Dwenger swings through what looked like to be another off-speed offering. Steps back in. Wind by Niemeyer. Fastball.
At the knees, but with a little heat on there.
5 strikeouts, no walks so far for James Niemeyer. 0-2 pitch, a swing and a miss. Niemeyer strikes out the side in the 3rd inning as the Rangers go down 1-2-3. We play 3 complete on our First National Bank scoreboard. The Wildcats 5, Rangers 0 here on NKTelco Sports.
Are you looking for a new career with amazing growth potential? Nidec Press and Automation is hiring for many positions right now. Nidec is a global company that is growing with its sights on being a billion-dollar company. Machinists, service technicians, human resource personnel, IT specialists, electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, and many more. The opportunities abound at Nidec Press and Automation. Go to minsterjobs.com now to get started on your new career with Nidec.
We move to the 4th inning. Wildcats will hit 8, 9, and 1.
And that means that Adam Rindler, the right fielder, will be first up. Chase Kaus for the center fielder will be up second, and then we will jump back to the top of the lineup for Logan Cooney to the number 1 spot. So Number 7, Adam Rindler coming up.
Rindler had a walk to lead off the second and ended up scoring on Cooney's 2-run single. Sophomore left-handed hitting right fielder. Second time he will lead off an inning. As the infielders huddle for the Rangers, we are set to start off the top of the 4th inning in a fast-moving game.
Yes. Top of the 4th, and we're just let me check here.
Rindler swings through that pitch by Stockler.
Just an hour and a half in.
This game started a half hour later.
Oh, yeah.
Since it was on Wednesday, so I guess just an hour in.
Just an hour in. You're
Just
correct.
an hour in, being on Wednesday night. Minster had another thing that the students had to do right after school, so short distance. It was good to work it in here after they got rained out twice last Tuesday.
Rained out, then cold out.
Yeah, and then they were supposed to play on Monday, and it got postponed. They tried on there, and there's a nice curveball there by Stockler.
Stockler really pulled the string on that one, and it just drifted across the plate. Almost so long I thought you could double clutch and still get it.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Adam Rindler. He'll take a pitch inside, levels the count at 2 balls, 1 strike. Looks down to the head coach Mike Wiss in his 27th year. Had quite a lot of run of success in those 27 years. 478 and 220 in his career. 684 winning percentage.
Pretty good.
Ooh, that will hit Rindler. Stockler tried to go high and tight, and he got a little bit high and a little too tight there. So Rindler will walk to first base to bring up the center fielder, Chase Kaus, and it's the same situation they had in the second inning as Kaus put down a great bunt.
Yes.
Left-handed, speedy center fielder. We'll see if Coach Wiss has the same play on as you look at Rindler as he fakes it. Talking about Coach Wiss, 3 state titles in 11, 12, and 17. State runner-up in 03, 2019. Made it to the Final Four, lost in the semifinals. 9 20-win seasons. Only 1 losing season in 27 years. As they throw over to first base, Rindler is able to make it back. 19 straight winning seasons for Coach Wiss. His coach played at UD, and right away he coached at his alma mater at Minster and started his head coach baseball program right away. Pitch to Kaus, strike at the letters, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Stockler for the Rangers, just a sophomore. Pitched some last year already, somewhat effective.
Retired the Wildcats in order in the 3rd inning. Here's the square around, pull it back as Rindler steals second base. So a bunt and run, if you will, or a fake bunt and run.
Got to give him an SB on that stolen base.
Yeah, I don't know if he would have bunted if it was a better pitch. I don't know, but the end result is
still the same.
Yep. Now he has a runner on second base on a 2-1 count. He's squaring around again. Stockler with the pitch, and he bunts it off the end of the bat. Kaus not happy with himself as he slams the bat down. Levels the count at 2-2. Bringing up the top of the order, Logan Cooney on deck. Minster scores 3 in the first inning, 2 in the second for this 5-0 lead. Stockler likes the sign from Richling. 2-2 pitch. That will go high and outside. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Kaus steps back in, stands pretty close to the plate. Here's the 3-2 pitch by Stockler. That is high, and Wildcats have their first 2 batters reach. So they'll bring up the top of the order, Logan Cooney. He's had a pretty good night so far. Walked in the first inning, stole second. Then he had a 2-run single in the second inning. Pitch is tight, ball 1. Rindler reached first base on a hit by pitch, stole second. House offered it a couple bunts, but he ended up walking. So 2 on, nobody out for the leadoff batter and left fielder Logan Cooney. Stockler in on relief. Pitch is low. Job by Richling there.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that hit the dirt. Richling just kind of snapped it there with the glove.
Cooney hitting .382 on the season. Stockler in a little bit of trouble there. Down 2-0 with 2 on here to start the 4th. That's a nice pitch right at the knees. Don't know if Cooney was taken, but that was a tough pitch to hit if he wasn't taken. So he let it go by for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Stockler swing and a miss there by Cooney on the.
Might have been a high curve, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it looked a little off speed, but didn't break a lot.
Nope.
But I think the change of speed threw off Cooney, and now it levels the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on with nobody out. Stockler, a long look and swing and a miss. Nice job there by Luke Stockler for the strikeout. Count was 2-0, and he comes all the way back to strike out Cooney. That'll bring the second baseman to the plate for the Wildcats.
That is Nathan Bear coming in, second baseman. Is it Nathan? Yes, it is Nathan, yes.
Struck out the first 2 times up, takes strike 1. Hitting 300 on the season. He's hit mostly from the cleanup batter, but has moved up. Cleanup spot now has moved up to the 2nd spot in the batting order for Coach Wiss. Long look by Stockler. That's high and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bear on the season, 6 RBIs. He's walked 15 times, 574 on base percentage.
Pretty good.
Wildcats take a lot of walks, it seems like. They have a very high on base percentage. 1-1 pitch here by Stockler. That is outside. Looking at the stats that Coach Wiss provided us, and we appreciate that. On the season, their on-base percentage is .453.
As a team?
As a team. Their batting average is only .261, which is not stellar.
No.
But .453 makes up for that in a big way. So 2-1 here on Bear with 2 on, and that will hit him.
That gets him in the backside. So hit by the pitch there, second man in the inning. So he trots down to first. Rindler goes to third, and Kaus goes to second.
Brings up Johnny Nixon to the plate. Nixon has walked and has popped up to second base. Definitely a big threat, hitting .488. Those are the averages coming into last night's game. Pitch is high. First team All-MAC last year, played primarily third base last year. One of the top pitchers. Probably would have played as a sophomore if the 2020 season would have actually happened.
Yes.
He's played a lot of baseball in the summer as well. 1-0 pitch, that is high, 2-0, and Stockler in some trouble here.
Yes. Now that gives Nixon a chance to select his pitch. He's way ahead in the count.
17 RBIs, and he's got 3 ducks on the pond. Stockler with the line, and there is a high fly ball.
Straightaway center. Dwanger there. He has it. Throw comes back into second.
So a sac fly will plate the 6th run for the Wildcats. Nixon does the job on the high fly ball to center field to score Rindler. 2 outs will bring the cleanup batter Tyler Stevie to the plate. Still runners on first and third. Kaus moves over to third. Bears stay put at first base. We'll see if they have something happening here with first and third. It's high and tight inside, ball 1. Ball, no strikes. Stockler in his second inning of work. There goes Bear. He will not draw a throw. Another stolen base. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I got 5 stolen bases unofficially there.
I think you're right. I'll have to check that in between innings here, but I think you're right.
I can look at my chicken scratches right at least. So 2-0 pitch here to Stevie. He takes strike 1. Kaus at third. Bear at second base with 2 outs and 1 run here. 1 run in the top of the 4th inning. Stockler with the pitch. Nice pitch. High and at the letters on the outside. Good placement there by Stockler. Deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here on number 22, the batter. And that's fouled straight back.
Good call. Deuces wild, 22. On the
A lot of deuces. So that's 2 to the 5th power. Is that what it would be? And there's 2 runners on base too. So 6 power.
I got that.
Yeah.
2 on, 2 outs, 2-2 on the batter, 22 hitting.
Yeah. Winding the pitch. Curveball just doesn't catch the strike zone as Stockler was hoping for that call. A little frustration venting out. I don't think he was showing up the umpire just like, oh, I just missed that, you know, because he had the batter looking at that one. Now we're all full. Runners will not be moving because it's not a full base. And there's a high fly ball.
Coming right back at us. Oh, nice patch by Preston Richling as the catcher comes right near the fence, and the ball fell right just inside the fence for out number 3. So at the conclusion of the Cats put across 1 more run here in the 4th, and at the conclusion of 3.5, we're now 6-0 for the Cats. Rangers coming to bat in the bottom of the 4th.
Clopay Corporation, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road Class A CDL driving positions. Clopay is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clopay offers a great benefits package as an equal opportunity employer and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clopay.com/careers.
We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. James Niemeyer, starter, starting off well in his varsity debut, will face 2, 3, and 4 for the Rangers.
Okay, and that means for the Rangers it will be Luke Stockler, now the pitcher, and Preston Richling, his battery mate, will follow him, and then Jay Waterman, the right fielder, will be the 3rd batter in the inning.
So Niemeyer doing his last walk-up. You see Coach Coyle giving a high five there to Stockler. Got out of a jam there he had the bases loaded there. Nixon got the sac fly, but
only 1 run actually scored then.
That's a pretty good job. And a nice catch there by the catcher, Preston Richling, to end that inning.
Yes, that was a very nice, because you begin to worry as everybody flinches. Oh, is it going to hit the net? And that ball just basically dropped about 1.5 feet. It's right in front of us here, about 1.5 feet inside the nets, and he's right there, kind of stuck his hand out. And you got to remember, the ball usually comes back.
Yes.
And the next thing you know is you take your hat off, you take your mask off, and you throw your hat, and you go after the ball, and then oh my, and you start backpedaling like you're running downhill backwards.
0-1 pitch here to Stockler. Swing and miss, 0-2, and yeah, I don't know why exactly, if it's physics, backspin, or whatever, but that ball will always go back towards the field, no matter. At the high school level, I'm sure it's all the levels, but you really notice it at high school.
Yeah, because it's the unfamiliar. It's unfamiliar.
That's low for first ball there.
Yeah, I remember as a kid, my uncle told me that, and he threw some up. And we were out in the yard. He threw some up, and I was catching in those days, or that was my idea. And he threw them. He said, "It'll come back." And lo and behold, he was right. After I had about 3 of them go over my head, well, I got to figure this out.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And we were talking off the air, the pro catchers make those pop flies look easy. And it's anything but easy. And Preston Richland made a great play there. And there was a ball in the dirt. So Niemeyer starts 0-2 against Stockler, but now has run the count to 3 balls, 2 strikes. 3 balls, 2 strikes on the leadoff batter, Luke Stockler. Swing and a miss on the high heat for the 6th strikeout by Niemeyer.
That brings Preston Richling to the plate. He got caught looking in his first time at the plate here in the first inning. So now he's back up for his 2nd try. Jay Waterman is on the on-deck circle.
Correction, that's his 7th strikeout for Niemeyer. He struck out 4 in a row. And there is a line shot and a base hit. First hit of the night for the Rangers is obtained there by Preston Richling. A nice line drive over the shortstop, clean base hit. Richling's on base with 1 out. Brings up the right fielder and cleanup batter, Jay Waterman. Lefty steps in, takes the first pitch outside. Dylan Heitkamp is the catcher. First baseman is Zach Fortman at second. Nathan Bear at short. Tyler Stevie. Third base is Johnny Nixon. 1-0 pitch coming up here to Waterman. Nice pitch at the letters. 1 ball, 1 strikes. Outfield. In left field, Logan Cooney. In center, Chase Kous. In right, Adam Rindler. A very fast outfield for Coach Wiss. 1 ball, 1 strikes as he looks over to first base. He throws over. Richling able to get back. Freshman trying to pick off the freshman.
Father-son coaching staff for the Rangers. The Coils.
Gabe and Caleb. There's a little flare, and that will go into center field. To be a play at second base, able to get the force. Good play there by the center fielder, Kous. That's a tough spot when you're Richling from first base on what to do there. And he's just a step late there on the flare, and it ended up a force out. The rare 8-4 force out.
That is true. So 2 away, and that brings Jay Schrader to the plate. Jay got on his first appearance. There's a pickoff, and he got him at first. So Waterman gets picked off for out number 3, and after 4 complete, it remains the Wildcats 6, the Rangers 0.
Wegner's IGA have been servicing their communities for more than 90 years, spanning 3 generations. Wegner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and a variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wegner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and New Bremen.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
We go to the top of the 5th inning. Wildcats leading 6-0 on our First National Bank scoreboard. They'll have 5, 6, and 7.
And that means Alex Schmidtmeyer, the designated hitter, will be up first. He'll be followed by the first baseman, Zach Fortman, and then by the pitcher, James Niemeyer.
Okay, it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter coming up here. We'll have to check it here as Coach Wiss was signaling to us in the press box. It looks like on deck. It looks like Brady Wolf is on deck.
Okay.
Alex Schmidtmeyer will hit.
And then he'll be followed by another hitter.
Yeah. Brady Wolf will hit on deck and will play first base. baseball's all about signals, so that was signaling there by Coach West to what he was doing. As you see the Rangers infielders, always like this huddling, talking, little smiles coming out of there.
Telling jokes. Hurry up, get this done. I got pizza waiting in the car.
Yeah, I always wonder what's always being talked about. Some of it might even be baseball related. They're still high school kids. Sometimes we forget about that. So Alex Schmidtmeyer steps in, fouls it off.
That gets our truck going. Pizza on the house.
Yeah, our producer's looking for that pizza.
Yep.
Producer today, Bryce Hamrick, assisted by Xavier Schwartz. That pitch is outside, levels the count 1-1. On camera, Mark Fissel and Josh Miller. My partner tonight is Dennis Henshin.
And your play-by-play, folks, is one of the dynamite boys at NKTelco, Mr. Dave Kanapke, a legend in his own time.
So how much I owe you for that introduction? 10, 20?
It's an honor working with you, sir.
You too. It's been a lot of fun. We've done games a lot of years together.
Yeah. I haven't done one with you recently, but I think one of the last ones we did, we were at Ohio Northern.
Yeah.
Basketball for the boys.
Ohio Northern.
That was a long time ago, a few years ago. I've been too busy to almost take off and do some.
You're too busy being retired.
Yeah, well, yeah, that and chasing granddaughters or
watching. Yeah, you've had a nice run of watching your grandkids play, and a lot of success and a lot of fun, I'm sure. Northern, it's a lot of fun through the years, doing a lot of girls and boys college basketball. It's a 3-2 pitch coming up here on Schmidtmeyer. That will be low. Schmidtmeyer will reach. Mentioned, made me think of for years for Ohio Northern, the women's coach was Michelle Moran. I just saw she retired a couple years ago from Ohio Northern. Just saw she was recently named Findlay women's basketball coach.
I saw that Findlay hired a lady, and I didn't know who it was.
Yeah.
And I even told a friend of mine on the phone Monday, I think we were talking, he had no idea that she had been hired. I said, hey, check the Facebook. I'm positive they did. And I said for the ladies.
And there's that line drive base hit there by Brady Wolf. It's by the left fielder. I don't think anybody would advance, but first pitch hitting there, Brady Wolf off the bench for a base hit. So, yeah, I saw that too. First, I was like, Michelle Duran, that name sounds familiar. And it dawned on me, it's like, yeah. So, a step up to Division II at Findlay.
Yeah.
So, good luck to Coach Duran. So Wildcats have first and second here in the top of the fifth inning. Pitch is high. Coach Duran, we would interview her at halftime, at Ohio Northern, and very intense personality. You could feel the steam sometimes, and if the first half didn't go good, but very cooperative, very insightful when we'd ask her a couple questions. We appreciate her cooperation. Wish her all the luck as James Niemeyer fouls it off to the right side.
Yeah, I think the head man there retired or resigned, at least. I don't know exactly, or if he's going someone else, I don't know.
I knew there was a change. That's all I know.
One of his proteges, basically, Haley Horseman, is now the interim head coach at Tiffin University.
That is right. New Knoxville native. And there's a ground ball over at third base there. It's Osborne throwing over to Banner at second for the Force. So that'll be the first out. Runner still on first. Second base, it'll bring up Brandon Lichtig will pinch hit. Sophomore doesn't get a lot of at-bats. We'll check the stats as Coach Wiss is talking to the umpire, A.J. Kramer. Lichtig only 2 official at-bats, looking for his first varsity hit as a sophomore.
He is batting for Niemeyer?
No, he's batting for Rindler.
Okay, all right. Yeah, Rindler, I got the wrong slot.
Lichtig has been very successful from the mound. He's 3-0 from the mound, has a 3.75 ERA for the sophomore. Right now he's getting an opportunity. Probably will move to right field. He's an outfielder when he's not pitching. So as Coach Wiss is trying to work some players in here with a 6-0 lead. Still first and third, 1 out. Schmidtmeyer reached on a walk. Wolf pinched hit, had a base hit, and then forced it second by Niemeyer. Lichtig ground ball to second. There's Banner, will go to second for one.
Got the out at second, but not at first.
So that'll be an RBI ground out there by Lichtig. Will score the 7th run for the Wildcats as Alex Schmidtmeyer comes across. And we'll have another pinch hit. We'll have a senior Austin Wellman will step in. Wellman, a 3-sport athlete, was running back on the football team, starter on the basketball team, defensive specialist on the basketball team. And coming in here to pinch hit for Kaus in the number 9 spot. So we still have Lichtig at first base. Now with 2 outs. Wellman, a pretty fast runner. Hitting here against Stockler. And there's a check swing, excuse me, be pop up to Banner at second base.
So a fly out there to the second baseman.
So 1 run on no hits, 1 left. We played 4.5 innings. The Wildcats lead 7-0 here on NKTelco Sports.
Located in Jackson Center, Ohio, Airstream is now hiring for numerous general production positions. Work first shift and earn up to $26 per hour with production and attendance bonuses, 401k employer match, medical, dental, and vision, plus an on-site health clinic, fitness center, and full-service cafeteria. Visit airstream.com/apply to learn more.
We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Is James Niemeyer, not his older brother. James Niemeyer, the freshman, just giving up 1 hit so far. Will face middle of the order for the Rangers.
That'll mean it'll be Schrader, Lammers, and Henschen. Schrader started on the hill and then moved to shortstop, so he'll be up. He was on once earlier, safe on an error, and then got doubled up on a flare to right field on a nice play by Fortman, who caught him off a base and doubled him up. So here we go. Schrader to lead off the inning for the Rangers, trailing 7-0.
Niemeyer has struck out 7 batters. I don't think he has walked a batter so far. His varsity debut being brought up from the JV. First pitch, and there is a fly ball in the left center field. That will find a gap.
In the gap.
That will be extra bases there for Schrader, as he has a stand-up double.
So Schrader leads off the bottom of the 5th with a nice hit in the gap.
So both hits by the Rangers are by the 2 freshmen, Richling and Schrader, off the freshman Niemeyer. So Tyler Lammers, sophomore, will step to the plate.
Lammers is up once, and he struck out swinging.
Curveball, nice pitch by Niemeyer to start off. Lammers swings through it. Niemeyer has worked generally ahead. James Niemeyer, offhand mention his oldest brother, Adam Niemeyer, was a standout pitcher for Minster, also pitched at Ohio State. Right. Today it's James's night to shine as he's up 0-2 here.
Lammer squared the bunt but didn't offer at it, and it was there for a strike on the outside part of the plate. Thought maybe the Rangers were going to try to make some movement and sequence if they not absolutely having to push the runner, but let the runner then judge what's available, and there's a swing and a miss.
8th strikeout by Niemeyer. So he puts away Lammers for the first out of the 5th inning. Maxwell Henson steps to the plate, as called by his father, the PA here. Popped into a double play in the 2nd inning. On a ball behind the first baseman. First pitch off speed, checks his swing, gets away from Heitkamp, as Schrader will advance to 3rd.
So goes to 3rd on a pass ball.
It's a chance for Henson here. Rangers had runner in scoring position in the 1st and the 2nd inning. Not as much threats the last 2 innings, but chance to get on the scoreboard here with 1 out and a runner on 3rd base. Pitch low, blocked by Heitkamp. 2 balls, no strikes. Heitkamp, the freshman, getting the start in favor of the senior Nathan Oldigas, has started a lot of the season. He's had some shoulder issues, has not been able to play all the time, but Heitkamp stepping up. And there's a 1 hopper to Stevie. He will throw over to first, but not in time, as Henson legs out for the RBI single, as Schrader goes across the plate for the Rangers' first run.
So Schrader comes in from 3rd as there's a line drive there, but just could not be handled by the shortstop. As a 1 hopper, he knocked it down, but couldn't get it in time to throw him out at first. So that brings up Parker Banner, the 2nd baseman for the Rangers.
Strikeout victim in the 3rd inning. 1 out. Henson will take off. Throw to 2nd is high, and Henson uses his speed for the stolen base. Rangers have had a few stolen bases as well, I believe.
I think 3, 2 or 3. Or 3 first.
3, yeah. It looks like Stockler has stolen base, Schrader, and Henson, if I marked it right.
Yes, I think you're right.
That can sometimes be a big if.
Yeah, you got it right.
Got it. So Henson now in scoring position with 1 out. Banner takes ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Niemeyer has pitched very good so far. Not quite as sharp as there was a double by Schrader. He's falling behind the count a little bit, but I might be nitpicking there. Overall he's done quite well.
Very well, very well.
2-0 pitch here by Banner. There's a fly ball to left field. There's Cooney. He'll under it for the 2nd out. I should also mention that changes of position defensive. You have Austin Wellman now in center field. You have Brandon Lichtig in right field. Brady Wolf at first base. They all pinch hit in the last inning. And now to the plate will be the DH for the Rangers.
Okay, the DH is Grant Temple. He's up once, and he struck out swinging back in the 3rd. So a chance for Grant here to get another run in, because the runner can move on everything. First pitch to him is outside for a ball.
Like some type of a slider, a hard curveball, just curved outside. You see the center fielder there, Wellman, senior. Also a fast outfielder for the Wildcats, playing pretty shallow here. Curveball is low. And you see in right field, you see Lichtig, lefty, pinched hit. Coach Wiss getting some players in, leading 7-1 on our First National Bank scoreboard. 2-0 pitch here on Temple. It'll be fouled off to the right side.
Got that off the hands and kind of punched it over there by the first base dugout. Picked up by the first base coach and returned to the batter circle.
Henson will have to return to 2nd base. He with the RBI single here in the 5th inning for the Rangers. There's a throw back to 2nd base, goes to the 2nd baseman. Had an interesting, I was at the Minster St. Henry game last night. They had an interesting, little bit of a controversy. The pitcher for Minster was Nixon, and he tried to pick off at 2nd. Well, try to pick it up here. Temple takes a strike. And when he tries to throw to 2nd, nobody really breaks there. And he throws to the shortstop. The shortstop took maybe a step. And the St. Henry coaches are saying, you can't throw directly to an infielder. You have to be moving to the base. And it was a big controversy. There's a pitch outside. There's a big controversy, and I talked to Coach Wiss before the game. He said if the opinion of the umpire is that the infielder is moving towards the base, it's not. But you just can't throw to an infielder. You got to throw towards the base, and that's
probably would have been better off to just hold it.
There's a fastball, strike 3, the 9th strikeout by Niemeyer, as Rangers get 1 run on 2 hits. We go to the 6th inning, 7-1 Wildcats on our First National Bank scoreboard. So the bottom of the 5th inning sees the Rangers come across with 1 run. So it will bring the top of the order up for the Wildcats.
So that means number 1, 2, and 3. Cooney will be up first. He'll be followed by the second baseman Bear and the third baseman Nixon. Cooney's already scored 1 run today. He's had a single, base on balls, struck out, and when he did get his single, he drove in 2 RBIs, so had a very productive afternoon. Nixon, likewise, has had a run scored and a sac fly, so.
Yeah, some of the other ones, Alex Schmidmeyer, the 5th place hitters, had 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Adam Rindler, who was in right field, the 8th spot, he scored twice, so just going up and down the lineup to show who's contributed. 7 runs, only on 4 hits, 2 errors for the Wildcats, 1, 3, and 1 for the Rangers, as Luke Stockler remains in the game for his now 4th inning of work.
Southmore's been somewhat productive up there, only allowing 2 runs.
Yeah, he's got out of some trouble. The 1 inning he had bases loaded, nobody out, got out with 1 run, but he's battled through it. Ball 1 to Cooney to start us off here in the top of the 6th. Off speed, that is fouled over to the left side. See if we'll make it over the construction trailer. Not quite. As Hauser remodeling is, I haven't been to Knoxville since basketball season. It seems like it's moving along.
It is. They think that Boimer Construction still has a projected date of late May to be in there, so.
Awesome.
Yeah. There's another one hit out near the school buses. I didn't hear any clunk, so I guess it didn't touch one.
Barn 2.0, they're calling the project,
yes,
right?
Right, Barn 2.0.
So will it be ready for use already this coming fall?
Oh, yes.
Oh, awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome.
They think so, yes.
Looking forward to it.
I think so. See, had we been able to get off on the regular time frame, we thought we were going to be in it in January, maybe February of this year.
Okay.
But that didn't happen. So
good.
Just, and then we've had a tough winter. It's not been a great winter for construction.
No.
It's
been a wet spring, too,
yeah.
so. Well, good. I'm glad it's moving along there. And there's a fly ball to left field. Lammers.
He did not catch that one. He got twisted around, and it'll drop in there. So a double there by Cooney as he stands on second. And that'll bring Nathan Baer to the plate.
So I look forward to coming back to the barn this fall for some volleyball. And as New Knoxville will be the defending state champions at that point.
That is going to be a proposed junior high facility, almost exclusively.
Oh, you're right. That's the junior high gym, and then there's stands. They'll be able to stand on which would be the west side of the high school gym, if you will. Am I correct on that?
There will be. They'll serve double purpose. They will be able to be swung and move from that gym to fill up the west end of the gymnasium, the big gym as we have it now.
Okay. Add some extra seating, be good.
Yeah.
So good.
Add another 400 maybe. I'm not exactly sure. I heard Kay say we've lost some because we put new bleachers in and we have a little bit larger and more aisleways, so we've lost some seats, but we'll gain some of them back.
Hit by Bear into center field. Dwenger, who's shading him over that way, catches it, advancing over to third base after tagging is Cooney. He, with his speed, able to get there easily.
So Bear flies out to center field. That's one. And Cooney now stands at third, and that brings Johnny Nixon to the plate.
Nixon, he's 0 for 1 with an RBI. He walked in the first inning, popped out to second in the second.
Sac fly.
Sac fly in the fourth, yep. And the chance for RBI here as first pitch is inside there by Stockler. Cooney have a double off the left fielder to open up this sixth inning. On deck, looks like we're having another pinch hitter. Would be Eli Rindler. That curveball is outside and low.
Ranger infield pulled in.
Yeah, let's check that infield again.
Okay, at third base will be Ryan Osborne. Shortstop is Schrader, and second baseman will be Parker Banner, and Henshin is over at first. They're on the grass now, trying to cut down a run at the plate if they can. And that one is pretty high and tight.
High and tight, 3-0. Trying to keep this deficit at 7 runs. And
Stockler's on the mound for the Rangers, and Richling is behind the plate. Left field be Lammers, center field Dwenger, and right field Waterman.
Get a look at the senior Johnny Nixon there, number 17. Playing his last season of high school ball with all the other seniors that are on the field tonight, as Nixon will walk on 4 pitches. And we'll have a pinch hitter, Eli Rindler, will bat for Stevie. Rindler, a senior, hitting for the sophomore Stevie. Rindler plays third base when Nixon pitches. He can play second base as well. He's kind of the one that, when depends on who pitches, he plays whatever spot they need. He'll go into short for Stevie. Also a very good pitcher. Throws a lot, very controlled pitcher. Throws a lot of good off-speed pitches, and right now he's had an opportunity to do something with the bat here. This is runners on first and third.
Eli Rindler.
Eli Rindler, senior. See if Nixon goes on first base. There's a curved ball just at the letters there. Strike there by Stockler. Rindler on this season, he's 2-1 pitching, 2.86 ERA, has come in on relief. He has started some games as well. Nixon will go. There's a ground ball in the hole it short. RBI single for Eli Rindler. Found the opening in the hole in the infield there. Nixon moves to second. Cooney scores on the RBI single on the pinch hit RBI single by Eli Rindler. Now it'll be Dylan Heitkamp. He was being DH for by the Alex Schmidtmeyer, so they break the DH, if you will. And Heitkamp will get a chance to hit here. Looking for his first varsity hits. He's only had 5 official at-bats. He's played a couple games behind the dish, facing fellow sophomore Stockler as he takes strike 1. Actually, his first start at catcher, he catches a no-hitter for Johnny Nixon. That's a pretty good way to...
Oh, all right. I didn't realize that was his first
varsity start. He catches a no-hitter. I talked to him the next day. He's like, you won't always get no-hitters, you know that. He's like, he just smiled.
I saw his picture in the paper with Nixon.
Yeah, it was a nice pose. I think it was the evening leader. And he gets one in the hole and goes into the outfield. That'll be a base hit for Heitkamp, as Nixon will have to hold at third base. So another pinch hit single there. The Wildcats loads the bases with 1 out. So number 13, Brady Wolf, to the plate. Wolf swung at the first pitch on the last inning and stroked a base hit. Wildcats now up to 7 hits. Stockler working from the windup here with the bases jammed. There's a shot, a base hit and an RBI by Wolf. That will score just 1 again. So Wolf's been pretty efficient. 2 pitches?
Two pitches, 2 hits.
Yeah, and an RBI.
Yes.
So he has, as the season has gone on, his hitting has improved. And it looks like Gabe Coyle coming to the mound. We'll see if there's a pitching change. We'll step aside. We'll be right back here on NKTelco Sports.
Clopay Corporation, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road Class A CDL driving positions. Clopay is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clopay offers a great benefits package as an equal opportunity employer and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clopay.com/careers.
Are you looking for a new career with amazing growth potential? Nidec Press and Automation is hiring for many positions right now. Nidec is a global company that is growing with its sights on being a billion-dollar company. Machinists, service technicians, human resource personnel, IT specialists, electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, and many more. The opportunities abound at Nidec Press and Automation. Go to minsterjobs.com now to get started on your new career with Nidec.
Located in Jackson Center, Ohio, Airstream is now hiring for numerous general production positions. Work first shift and earn up to $26 per hour with production and attendance bonuses, 401k employer match, medical, dental, and vision, plus an on-site health clinic, fitness center, and full-service cafeteria. Visit airstream.com/apply to learn more.
Here in the 6th inning, we have a pitching change for the Rangers.
It looks like Troy Dwenger is going to come in from center field. I don't have any stats on Troy, I'm sorry. I'm not positive that this might only be his 2nd appearance of the year and only has, I don't think he has any starts. It was all in relief. So this might be just his 2nd, but Troy Dwenger, center fielder, now going to be on the mound, and I believe that Stockler will go to center field from the hill.
So Southmore's changed out for Southmore.
Right.
Center field and
yes.
And pitching position is we're having another pinch hitter, it looks like, as Andrew Kogi has a bat in hand, number 9. He will pinch hit for Niemeyer, and I would guess this is he'll pinch hit and then Niemeyer will re-enter. I would think, unless we'll see Kogi can pitch as well. So we'll see what will happen here. As Dwenger taking his last warm-up pitches on a 9-1 game. Minster scored 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, and 2 here in the 6th inning. Wildcats coming off a 6-5 loss to St. Henry, where they lost in the bottom of the 7th inning. St. Henry rallied for 5, but they've recovered from that as Andrew Kogi, a senior left-handed hitter. Step in, hitting for Niemeyer. First pitch here by Dwenger. That will be outside. Nice catch there by Richling. We have the bases loaded. We have, let's see, we have Eli Renner at 3rd. We have Dylan Heitkamp at 2nd. We have Brady Wolf at first base. Dwenger a little bit outside. Probably a good chance that Kogi might just wait until he gets a strike, or he's waiting for one right down the middle. 2-0 pitch here by Dwenger. And there's a swing into short left center field.
Runners out because of the infield fly rule. Schrader has it, no advance by anybody, and the ball goes back to the hill.
For the 2nd out, Brandon Lichtig back for his 2nd appearance. He came in last inning he had an RBI single. He's up with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Dwenger in relief. Pitches outside. He's in relief for Stockler, who pitched about 4 innings. He was in relief for Schrader, who pitched the first 2 innings for the Rangers. Pitch by Dwenger outside For the Wildcats, James Niemeyer has gone the whole way so far. Lichtig at open stance. There's a strike on the outside corner. Dwenger comes in, facing two lefties right away. Sometimes that can throw off pitchers. You're used to seeing mostly right-handers, especially if you don't pitch a lot. There's another pitch. That's just below the knee. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bases loaded. Wildcats up by 8.
No place to put him, so he's got to get him. Either make him hit it or strike him out.
It's a pitch just outside and high, and that was ball 4, actually, so that will walk in a run.
Teed gets a base on balls RBI.
It's his second RBI. So Eli Rindler will move across the plate as Austin Wellman steps in.
Wellman up first time, flow out to second base in his first appearance.
Strike 1 there by Dwenger. Yeah, Wellman did an excuse me check swing. That was a pop-up. See if he gets a full cut this time. That pitch is low, it's behind, through the catcher, and quickly across the plate. There's Dylan Heitkamp to score the 11th run for the Wildcats. All the runners advance. Wolf now at third base. Lichtig at second. One pitch coming up here to Wellman. Looks at strike 2 as the wind's getting a little colder now.
Change direction just a skosh.
Yeah.
It's now coming out of the north a little bit more rather than the west.
Pitch is outside. Deuce is wild here again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs on number 2 with 2 runners on.
You are on fire
So
tonight.
2 to the 5th. As the pitch gets away from Richland, and Wolf will come across for the 12th run. Going to third is Lichtig. So now 3-2. I was rooting for a foul ball just so I could have another deuces.
Go at it.
Yeah, another.
Deuces to the 5th.
We had deuces to the 6th earlier today. The pitch is high and tight as Wellman will go to first base. Bring to the top of the order. This left fielder Cooney's had a big day.
Yes. He is up for the second time this inning. Already had a double and a single, and scored a run.
Takes the first pitch high and tight.
I didn't mean today. I meant this inning.
This inning, yeah.
Yeah, he's up.
4th time. This is the 5th time he's up today.
Yes, right. Fifth appearance at the plate today, twice in this inning. Scored 2 runs already today with 2 RBIs.
There goes Wellman. He'll be uncontested there as Wildcats have another stolen base. I think they're up to 6 now, if I remember right. A lot of them have been first and third situations, which is a little different.
Yes.
It's a little pretty easily, a lot of times not contested.
Right. But held. So there's a strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch, and there's another ground ball as Cooney with another RBI. He now has 3 on the night as he rips into the same spot he did earlier in that hole at short. Coming across for another run is Brandon Lichtig. Wellman stops at third base. Nathan Baer up to the plate for his 5th time.
13-1 in favor of the Wildcats.
Richland loses it for a little bit there. Baer has talked about Cooney have a big night. Baer, not so much. He's 0 for 3 with a hit by pitch. So his 300 batting average is not going up.
Did have a stolen base though on that one on appearance on the bases.
That's pop fly just behind us. Levels the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Wildcats last night had 14 strikeouts against Nolan Schmitz, who's a stud pitcher for St. Henry. Left-hander, as that pitch is outside, Richland blocks it. He's on his way to Indiana Tech, a very good pitcher. I think he's close to setting the strikeout record at St. Henry. His classmate from last year, Ryan Yulnick, very good pitcher. He's already pitching at Indiana Tech.
Okay.
Getting some innings there. Indiana Tech, I think, is, I want to say Division II or NAIA school.
Yes, NAIA, but Division II.
Okay. They'll have 2 Redskins there, as that is high.
Right now, the Rangers pitchers are having trouble finding that strike zone.
Dwenger on in relief here. That's a high and tight, nice pitch there by Dwenger.
Yeah, that was a gift.
Rangers coming off a loss last night to the Parkway Panthers. There is a fly ball to right center field, and that will fall for at least a double by Bear. That will score a 2-run RBI double for Nathan Bear. He gets his first hit today and a very productive hit there. So he took it the opposite way and split the outfielders.
Fell right in between them. Just couldn't get there to even play it.
Johnny Nixon back to the plate. Pitch at the knees there by Dwenger.
8 runs punched across by the Wildcats in the top of the 6th.
No wonder they got a .564 on base percentage.
There's a ground ball over to short. Schrader over to Henshin for the 3rd out. So big inning for the Wildcats. 8 runs as they stretch their lead as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning here on NKTelco Sports.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Wildcats taking control here, trying to make this a run rule game. Here, Rangers have their work cut out, but they have the top of the order coming up.
1, 2, 3. Troy Dwenger, the center fielder / pitcher of the last inning. Luke Stockler, who went to center field after being on the hill. And Preston Richling, the catcher throughout the game. So those are the 3 batters scheduled to come, and hopefully for the Rangers be many more after that as they trail, as Dave said, 15-1. They're now facing the run rule problem, so they've got to come up with at least 4, at least 5 to stop the bleeding.
You get a long look at the freshman hurler making his varsity debut, James Niemeyer, and what a debut. He has given up scoreboard has 3 hits, I think only 2.
Yeah, I think you're
9 strikeouts, and I don't think there's been a walk so far.
I recorded no walks.
No walks, no hits batters either, so he's done a very good job. Freshman Niemeyer, as I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, he's had a lot of varsity experience for being a freshman, played a lot of defensive back, started a lot at the end of the season for the football team, started most of the season on varsity in basketball, now making his varsity debut at the pitching mound. So I think the next 3 years you're going to see him a lot on this varsity baseball team, and What a night so far. As we'll see if the Rangers can rally here as Dwenger will step into the box. Has struck out twice.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's been up twice, struck out looking and swinging. And he'll be followed by Luke Stockler, who's been safe on an error and struck out.
First pitch by Niemeyer. Stands tall on the rubber. Fouled straight back. Let's recheck the line, the defensive. We have Brady Wolf at second. It looks like you have Eli Rindler at second. Nathan Baer moves over from second to short. And Nixon is at third base. Dwenger down 0-2 here. Swings through. He was down 0-1. Swings through for the second strike. In left field, you still have Logan Cooney. In center, Austin Wellman. And in right field, Brandon Lichtig. The Dylan Heitkamp has gone the whole way at catcher. And there's a swing and a miss for the 10th strikeout for Mr. James Niemeyer.
So with one out, that brings Luke Stockler, the center fielder, to the plate, number 14. He's been up twice, safe on an error, stole a base, got all the way to third, got stranded there, and then struck out in the fourth swinging.
Curveball just outside there by Niemeyer. Off of Stockler, who started out at shortstop, did a solid job at pitcher, and then moved to center field. He's played more positions than anybody here tonight.
Yes.
3 of them.
Yeah, he has. Shortstop, pitcher, center field. Up the gut. His flares one way over to the right, out of bounds.
The level of count at 1-1 as Brady Wolf gave some chase there. I believe Coach Wiss has gotten everybody into the lineup that was here tonight, I believe. Looking through the roster, we appreciate both Mike Wiss and Gabe Coyle providing us with stats. Really helps us out. So I'd like to thank the AD Kay Webb for her assistance here. There's a strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes on AJ Kramer. Behind the plate and on the bases, Dave Tobin. Yep. And the sun is coming out. That will be inside. I wouldn't say this has been warm today, but it's probably one of the better spring baseball games we've had.
It's
not bad.
Yeah, it was worse yesterday, I can guarantee you.
Yeah, it was cold. It was a cold wind.
Yeah.
It's supposed to get better as the week goes on. That's another strikeout on a late swing there by Stockler. Now 11 strikeouts for Niemeyer.
Preston Richling coming to the plate, got caught looking in the first inning, and then out 8-4, center field to on a force play, basically. He got caught in the middle on one of those flare jobs. You don't know if they're going to catch it or not, and he got forced at second. Does have a hit in the night, Richling does.
Him and it's actually him, Henshin, and Schrader. There was 3 hits.
Yes, yeah,
I thought the scoreboard is right. It's 3 hits.
Yes.
Outside. Ball on strike. If I have my math right, this is the 5th week of the baseball season. There's 2 more weeks of the regular season. Then you get into the tournament after that. And it winds up the 2nd weekend of June if you make it all the way through state, as that's fouled back.
Yes.
They moved it back a week, I want to say 2 or 3 years ago, to try to help with having better weather. I don't know if it's helped.
I don't know either.
Not this year, but it's a good idea, is what they tried to do.
Yeah.
And also to spread out the games to help the pitching. And there's a ground ball. Bear in the hole at short will not get it. We'll see. It's been a tough play.
I'd say let's give him a hit.
Yeah, let's give Richling a hit. That'll be his 2nd for the day. He's a pretty good runner. I think he would have beat that out. 4th hit of the day.
Jay Waterman comes to the plate. He's been up and been on once, safe on a fielder choice.
Niemeyer working from the stretch. First pitch, a curveball on the outside corner, strike 1. It's been very effective with that curveball.
He's got them both swinging as well as called.
Yep. It's mixed in the fastball as well. It's a very good job by the freshman. It throws over to first base. He picked off a runner earlier to end one of the innings. It was Waterman that was picked off, who's now hitting.
Yes.
was picked off of first base. 0-1 pitch here to Waterman. That's outside. Oh, check that. We have a new catcher, Nathan Oldigus, behind the plate.
Okay.
He came in, so that would be the only player that hadn't been in there. I forgot about the senior Nathan Oldigus. He's been the starter most of the times, had some shoulder issues that Highcamp has spelled in from time to time. And there's a runner goes to second base, and it'll be Richland will get the stolen base. Oh, that was a late break, or I think he went to the dirt.
I think he didn't break until he felt the catcher didn't have the ball controlled.
Yep. So heads up play there by Richland. Another stolen base for the Rangers. 2-1 pitch to Waterman as he swings through that. And we get one more Deuces Wild here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second.
Right.
That's about all I can come up with here.
That's it. That's only deuce to the 4th.
2-2 pitch, and there's a line shot. Base hit into left center field. There's send around Richland. RBI single by Jay Water. Actually a double. Stretches it into double. Heads up and running. Fast run there by Waterman on the RBI double.
So Waterman with a double and an RBI. Drives in the Rangers' second run of the night.
Nice job there. Good running by Richland to get in the scoring position. So Jay Schrader to the plate. He also had a double tonight. There's a big sweeping curveball for strike one. I know I wouldn't have been able to hit that.
Nope. And you look foolish when you swing, but you got to go after it. You got to see him to understand him.
0-1 pitch to Schrader. That is just a little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Nope. I think he gave it a strike.
Oh, did he?
I think he threw a late arm.
All right.
So that's 2 strikes on Schrader.
0-2 pitch here. There's a swing and a miss. And that's the ball game as James Niemeyer records his 12th strikeout, and the Wildcats record the victory 15-2. As you see Niemeyer being congratulated by his teammates. Both teams will shake hands. We will come back and wrap it up here on NKTelco Sports.
All Glaze and Sydney Audiology are committed to providing the most advanced and affordable hearing care solutions.
Did you know that more and more insurances are offering coverage for hearing aids and that we are the most comprehensive provider in the area?
Because we want to serve all in our community, we partner with agencies such as Medicaid, OOD, Sertoma, and most recently the VA, helping our veterans find local solutions to their problems.
Don't leave unused benefits on the table this year. Call us today to see if you qualify.
Are you looking for a new career with amazing growth potential? Nidec Press and Automation is hiring for many positions right now. Nidec is a global company that is growing with its sights on being a billion-dollar company. Machinists, service technicians, human resource personnel, IT specialists, electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, and many more. The opportunities abound at Nidec Press and Automation. Go to minsterjobs.com now to get started on your new career with Nidec.
Welcome back here to Ranger Field as the home team falls to the visiting Minster Wildcats, the final score 15-2, 15 runs, 8 hits, and 2 errors for the Wildcats, 2-5-0 for the Knoxville Rangers. The winning pitcher will be James Niemeyer. He gets his first win in his varsity debut, and the losing pitcher will be Jay Schrader. So look at the up and down the order, a lot of production, Dennis, for the Wildcats.
Yeah, they had it kind of top to bottom. We were looking through here. Cooney came up with 3 RBIs. Alex Schmidtmeyer came up with 3 RBIs. We got Lick Teague, who came in as a pinch hitter. He had 2 hits on seeing 2 pitches with 2 RBIs himself. So he was a very productive insert there for coach. Basically, the story of the game was too many balls for the NK Rangers, too many base on balls. I mean, for them to give a good hitting Minster squad easy opportunity. And basically for the Rangers, they had 3 hits, Henson, Schrader, and Richling. We had 4. Richling had that.
Richling had 2 of them.
Okay. Yeah. And so now our player of the game is number 7.
Number 6.
Number 6, I'm sorry, for the Minster Wildcats, James Niemeyer. His first varsity appearance, first varsity start. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and he had 12 strikeouts. So well pitched by Mr. Niemeyer. He is your player of the game from NKTelco.
Congratulations to James Niemeyer. Congratulations to the Minster Wildcats as they win 15-2 over to Knoxville. I'd like to thank our sponsors. 5-star recruitment sponsor, Crown Equipment Corporation. MVP sponsors, Clopay and Nidec. Scoreboard sponsor, First National Bank. Keys to the game brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Replays by Winners Meat. Starting lineups by Sydney Allglaze Audiology. Our timeouts brought to you by Precision Strip. Stats and recap that we're doing now, sponsored by Wagner's IGA. Our Knoxville Live View sponsor, New Knoxville Supply. Our player of the game sponsored by NKTelco. For our partner, Dennis Henson. Also director Bryce Hamrick, assisted by Xavier Schwartz. On camera, Mark Fissel and Josh Miller. For all of us here at NKTelco Sports, thanks for watching here on NKTelco Sports.